Oh, hello everyone. Nice, bright, sunny February day in Michigan. Sunny and warm. It's like a heat wave. It's like 41 degrees out. But here for an update on the Torino. So, we'll step into the garage. See what we got going on here. I've already covered the brakes. I got the parking brake working and all that. So, since I had wheels off, drums off, everything was accessible, drive shaft out to put new U-joints in it. The diff was seeping on the bottom down here. So it's like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just bite the bullet and pull it. You know, it is 8 bolts to pop the axle shafts out and 10 bolts to pull the diff off. So we did that. So pulled that off and got it all cleaned up, the diff, the housing, everything all cleaned up. New gasket, got the new copper washers and correct nuts. It's going to cost me just as much to buy copper washers at the hardware store and new locking nuts anyways from the hardware store. So I just bought the package of nuts and washers from National Parts Depot. Had a co-worker stop on his way in to work and picked them up for me, so I didn't have to make a trip, didn't have to pay shipping, and bought an extra set just for next time. You can see the new U-joint, new U-joints up front also, and the trans has been refilled. It's got fresh 8090. The diff has fresh 8090 along with the friction modifier. So everything's put back together. So the wheels and tires are going to go back together on this all the way around today. This is going back down on the ground. And I'm going to do some work up top, but everything underneath is good to go. So she's got fresh fluid, resealed so the diff shouldn't leak, fresh fluid in the trans. Found the plug for the backup light was not plugged in to the switch on the trans, so plug that in, and hopefully that's why the backup lights didn't work. We'll find out, but we're gonna get it back down on the ground. Made a hell of a mess of everything, filling the trans. There's a nice mess under the car. What I done on my other 4-speed car, I took about 6 foot of the clear plastic tubing you can get at the hardware store, clear plastic vinyl tubing, and ran it from the fill plug up here. Then I just flip the bottle upside down, stick it in the hose and just wait for it to drain into the trans. I didn't buy a long enough piece this time because I couldn't find the one I used to have, and just didn't work so well this time. So I'm going to invest in a 5-gallon pail of 8090 and a pump handle so I can do it that way, because I tried one of those suction guns, which I believe you can see laying here on the floor in a mess of fluid. Yeah, the suction gun sucks. No pun intended. But yes, it sucks. So that's why I went back to how I used to do it. Figured I'd try the suction gun. Less mess. No. Less mess, or a lot more mess, and it would have taken forever to fill it, because even though it seems like it pulls a full cylinder amount of fluid, it does not. It's about maybe half. So that's probably going to just go in the trash. Maybe I'll clean it out, throw it on the shelf for something else. But so next thing is going to happen once this is on the ground, going to pull the balancer off, swap that out with the new one that I bought, and we're going to put the TrackBoss 180-degree high flow thermostat in this. And for the time being, that'll be the end of the projects. I still got more to do this winter, but that'll be it for now. I'm gonna have to, once it's down on the ground, I get that done. I got some other stuff to do. The 06 F-150 needs some rear brakes, and it's not down to metal yet, but in the summer it was looking like it was going to need brakes this winter. So, and then need to put new headlight housings in the kids' 05 Escape, and in Ford's Infinite Wisdom on the 05, 06. They changed the design on the back of the headlight housing, so you have to pull the bumper cover off to get the headlight assemblies out, because there is one bolt that's hidden up under the bumper cover that holds the headlight housing in. I had a 03 years ago, and that one you could actually replace them from the engine compartment. Well, not so much this one. Dumb design, great vehicle, but stupid design. So I'm going to be putting new headlight housings in it and brighter headlights, because what's in it sucks. They're not yellowed. It's just like the plastic itself is deteriorated. It looks clear. When you turn them on, you can tell the plastic's kind of crappy shape. So, but that's later projects. After getting this down on the ground, it'll be time to clean this mess of a bench up. This is what I used for my gasket. It's by a company called Lube Blocker. Pretty nice gasket. It actually comes, I don't have this one opened, but you can see it comes pre-printed with lines of silicone on there. So I always use a gasket and the copper washers. I'm doing my 9-inch diffs. I usually glue the gasket, use spray adhesive, glue the gasket to the diff itself, so that when you pull that off, the gasket comes off with it, and it's really easy to clean the housing. You know, with those studs sticking out, with just silicone in there, you're trying to clean around those studs, and then you got to clean the diff itself. So I decided to give this a shot. I've used their product on my 72 Dart I had, the 727 trans in it. I used one of their Transpan gaskets, and it worked great. Real nice product, really nice product. So gonna try it on this. You can see all that. If you got a Ford 9-inch, that's the part number you need. Price is pretty much the same all across wherever you look. They're the same within a couple bucks. So when I got the nut and washer kits from National Parts Depot, they stocked these, so I bought 2 of these. One for now, one for if I ever swap out gears in this to do pure stock drags. Probably swap out the diff, throw 411s in. I've got a gasket all ready for that, and don't have to wait for one. But that's about it for now. For updates, we've had some pretty cold weather the last few weeks. Heater's been very nice to have, very nice. So now to get the wheels and tires back on, get it back down on the ground, and clean up my mess before doing anything else. Then do those couple small projects, and maybe by the time I'm done with that, if I slack long enough, I'll have parts to do more. But for now, that's it. So hope you guys have a great day, and if you like my stuff, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm just small time. one car, pretty much, small projects, low to no budget, you know, low dollar car. Well, not low dollar cars anymore, but you know, do everything myself that I can, which is a lot. But anyways, if you like my stuff, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great rest of the weekend. One thing that I did forget to show is the drain plug. I do this on all my Torinos with a 9-inch. When I swap gears or pull the pig out of them, if they don't have this modification, I do it because it makes for a much cleaner swap. You can actually pull the drain plug out, let all the fluid drain before you break that diff loose and get it out. So just makes a much nicer, cleaner install. I had my first 4-speed car that I bought in I think it was 01, 02. Someone had done this to it. Previous owner had done it. I was like, man, that is absolute genius. How come I never thought of that? You know, and swapping out gears. So everything that I've ever had with a 9-inch, where I've swapped the pig out, which has been my Torinos and Rancheros, for doing like the pure stock drags and such. I bought a tap and real nice drill bit for doing this, and I drill and tap every one of them for a 1/4-inch pipe plug. One of the techs at work was like, why don't you go with something bigger? I was like, nah, you know, this works. It's always worked. Well, if I ever pull this diff out, I will drill and tap it for the next size up. Put a little bit bigger one in there. But this has always worked. The way I've always done it, I jack the car up, put it on the stands, pull the drain plug, and let it start draining while I do everything else. You know, pull the drive shaft, pull the rear wheels and tires off, pull the axle shafts out. I let it drain while I'm doing that, and it works out good. So, but bigger drain plug, wouldn't be a bad idea. Just makes it drain quicker. And you get a bigger one, and you can get one with a magnet on the end of it too. So, but always a nice modification to do.